Hello traders, welcome to the Tuesday forecast and to the market analysis. We're starting with Euro US dollar. This pair is range bound as it was yesterday and as we have predicted because it's the beginning of the week. This is completely normal price action and we are just kind of stuck in this overall range. There were no opportunities for me to enter. I saw a V reversal right here. So this just was definitely expected. Usually when we get a V, we get a range and then we continue up. If we do continue up, I will be looking to get in on an uptrend. So the only thing I'm looking for right here on EU is a large push up or a large push down and then some sort of a continuation pattern. Of course, because we are range bound, we do have liquidity areas below and above this range. We need to see how the price reacts in these areas. So do we just kind of break and retrace and then continue ranging? Or do we actually break with some large momentum and get some nice trends out of the range? So that's about it for this one. I mean, there's really nothing to say. You can see that we are descending, breaking the lows, retracing, then breaking the highs, retracing, and then breaking the lows, also retracing. There were a couple of, you could say, potential entries, but none of them were even close to being high probability. Most of them were some really valid setups that just I was definitely not looking at. So we're just kind of stuck in a larger range. Then we have the euro and the Japanese yen, which is the same story. So we did get a V reversal right here. Just in I would say maybe 4 candles, so a 4 candle V reversal, which is I mean, it can happen, but it is a bit unusual. And now we're getting that range, which is exactly what we have forecasted. We have forecasted a range, so now we need to see what will happen. Will we break out or will we continue ranging? I do expect, because it is Tuesday, that we just continue ranging for a bit more. Usually beginning of Wednesday, maybe Wednesday afternoon, we do start to see some nice moves, see some nice trends. But I am expecting range bound price action right now, since I'm not getting any evidence that the price wants to give us a nice direction. Of course, I'm looking for an ascending and then a reversal into the liquidity area, same as a descending into the liquidity area and then a reversal to the upside. And I'm just looking for maybe for this V range and then to continue up. That would be high probability. It is a high probability pattern. So we will need to see if that plays out also. And I will be looking for a large push down to get in on a nice continuation trade to the downside. I mean, again, nothing more to say. We are just range bound. Then we have the Aussie and US dollar. So for this pair, we have got this nice push down, but then I saw no potential entries. Let's even replay this. So right here, I was seeing this nice descending and then a nice large push down. I did like the push down. I was looking for a trade, but then this candle happened, sort of a momentum shift. And then we got another momentum shift here, and then I was like, okay, I'm not looking for absolutely any trade here. And then it just continued to the upside with large momentum and then completely reversed. So this has now formed a bit of a V reversal, but more of a start of a range. So an ascending into a descending structure, I'm expecting something like this range bound price action between the low and the high. Definitely something to be expected. Of course, watch out for the liquidity areas, classic story, because we are ranging between the low and the high. And in order to look for any trades, we need to see large breaks to the downside or to the upside, and then some nice flags or break and retests. So definitely we need to see some cleaner price action. That's about it for AU. As I said, there were a couple of setups. There was a flag and there was a break and retest setup. Both of them just did not fit my plan. We saw a clear momentum shift here and here. I was definitely not looking for anything. You can argue that there was almost no wick here, but again, we're looking for a shift in momentum in the pullback. if a shift in momentum happens, we are staying out of the trade. So that's about it for AU. Same as on the other pairs, look for a large impulse up or a large impulse down. I would even look for a descending right here, since the overall structure before was a bit descending, and then a reversal up like this. I would look for that sort of a setup. So let's see if it forms maybe tomorrow. Then AJ looks very similar, but just there was this push, but it was not as good as Aussie US dollar. So right here there was this descending, then a range, then we pushed down, created a wick, so created a large wick, and then retraced. This was absolutely no potential for me. I was not looking for absolutely any trade in this area after I saw this wick and this aggressive retrace, and the impulse was not really that big, so the prior price action was stuck in a range, which was another warning sign. Then what is happening currently? Well, we are forming a range, we are ascending, going into a descending structure, and I'm expecting more of that range bound price action. What I'm looking for is a large impulse up or a large impulse down, and then any sort of a continuation pattern to look for some nice trades. And yeah, this on the larger picture is even stuck in range, as we can see here. So just showing us absolutely no potential. It looks even worse than the Aussie US dollar, as I said. I'm just waiting for this to clear up, and for any reversals, I know that the reversals don't really tend to work out. Most of them fail, so I would not be looking for a reversal on this particular pair, but only a continuation type of an entry, and only after a large impulse like this, sort of a continuation pattern or even a continuation flag. We come then to the pound US dollar, which is also slowing down in momentum. It's stuck between the most recent low and the most recent high here. We had this large push down, we had a clean close candle, and then we aggressively retraced back up. I was in a trade here, so I did bank some nice percentage. Let me just set this up so with a 16 pip stop, and it did take me out for, this was the most recent high, for around 10.8% profit, which is really nice, but it was running in some much heavier profit, but then it completely reversed up. It is what it is, it happens. It can happen on most of the pairs. We can get a large impulse down and then for it to completely reverse, but I'm very happy to take that 10.8%. That is still a huge amount of percentage and a really nice trade. So yeah, then we broke the high, retraced, and broke the low, retraced, left a huge wick down, huge wick up, and we're getting that range, exactly what we expected because of a huge wick up and a huge wick down. I'm expecting more of a range in this general area, and we do need to watch out for the liquidity areas. But the only setups on this pair, as I'm always saying, are a continuation pattern after a large impulse, then a break and retest, or same thing to the downside, a nice break and retest, or even a quick clean flag. Those are the only two setups I'm looking for, and currently I see no indication of any impulses here. This is just ranging, so much more patience is needed for this pair. Again, this was a break and retest setup where we had an impulse, pullback, no shift in momentum, and then we broke again with a nice close and retested the most recent low, so a really nice trade. For the final pair, we have the New Zealand and the Japanese yen. So I was looking for a flag at this point. This was a nice push down. Prior price action was not that good. It was moving down very descending and very corrective. It was even moving from a descending structure to an ascending here, but then it did break down with a nice large impulse. So this large impulse did interest me. I was very interested to get in on a sell if we got a nice flag. Again, also we saw almost no wick on the end of the impulse, which is another good sign. But then a flag did not form. We didn't form a quick flag. I was looking for a bearish candle to enter here, but unfortunately we got a shift in momentum to the upside. in this candle, and I was just not looking for a flag anymore because the momentum completely shifted to the upside and we would not get a small nice flag, we would get a larger flag. So this is a larger flag to the upside, definitely something that doesn't fit my plan, especially on this pair. So yeah, definitely wasn't interested, and we are now expecting a larger range between the most recent low and the most recent high. So I'm expecting this ascending going into a descending and then into another ascending, and I'm looking for large momentum down and large momentum up, some break and retests, some flags to get in on a nice clean continuation pattern. Just I'm waiting for the price action to clean up, and of course we have the liquidity areas below and above the range which we need to pay attention to. So all of the pairs are looking really similar, and I'm being a lot more patient on all of them. They're kind of stuck between the low and the high, just ranging. We're trend traders, so looking for a trend, and on all of them we need to wait for a nice large impulse up or a nice large impulse down, and on some of them I'm looking for a reversal from an ascending or a descending. So that's it for the forecast. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow is the day we usually start to get some moves after in the morning, maybe even afternoon. So yeah, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays are the best days to trade. That is it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.